Yeah? Are you ready? Right, we're recording once more. Ready to roll from the house of fire. Today I would like to discuss a little bit more about the importance of balancing the male and female principle. Now, it should be quite obvious to everyone, if you are honest within yourself, that females do not have rights on this planet. Male don't have rights, never mind female, but the male principle is dominating the female principle. Now, that is quite apparent on what I would call the outer. But this is an imbalance also within man himself. You understand? Because a man is made up of a man and a woman, a mother and a father. So he's got both a male and a female principle within his being. You understand? And this need to be balanced. You understand? So that is why here in England you will hardly hear them saying sometime when a man get aggressive that he should get in touch with his feminine side. Which is true, because it is the feminine side that is going to, soften him and create this balance. A man need to be as soft as a woman and as hard as a man then, as it was, But the same thing applies to the female, or what we call the female. You understand? Because she have a mother and a father just like the man. So she needs to get in touch with her male side to counterbalance this emotional, weepy nature that the woman possesses. You understand? Which, if you want to look at it in another way, then you have positive and negative, or yin and yang, that is supposed to combine perfectly. You understand? So when you don't have the male and the female principle balancing, you create an imbalance. You know what I mean? And that is part of the problem. This imbalance can be seen in whether religious, political, and all these institutions that they set up on the planet Earth. You know what I mean? I call these kind of things the idiotic way in which human beings behave. You know what I mean? Human beings are, I would call them very strange. Now take a thing like, let's have a look at some idiotic human behavior and what they chase after. Let's say diamond, gold, all these things that these humans are calling precious on the earth, these stones. Now, I don't know how long the earth has been running, seriously, but I know it's some big number time, long time. And diamond has always been in the earth. So has gold and all these other precious things. Now, a lot of humans arrive on the planet and they make it their desire to own these metals, and gather them in great quantities, because as according to these humans, this is what riches is. But it's as if they've never had a conversation with the great master debt. Because at the end of the day, you ain't going to take anything when you leave in here. You know what I mean? Imagine a man you are living on the earth and you are traveling, because you ain't staying here, you're going. Yeah? So, whenever one is going anywhere, one should be prepared for the journey. You should be ready. Yeah? But you are getting ready now by storing up diamond, rubies, fancy artwork, properties and all that, when you can't take any of this with you, where you are going. You know what I mean? You might think to yourself, well, I am acquiring these things, so I am going to, because I need to leave these things for my kids. But why are you leaving something to your kids that they can't take anywhere with them either? Do you only wish your kids to live comfortable up on the earth? Do you think that's how life is about? You know what I mean? Why don't you give your kids some some teachings about love, how to be kind, how to be honest, how to be truthful. You know what I mean? You could leave your kids things like that, or you could lust. The funny thing about human beings, they find it easy. So I find peculiar about human beings. They find it easy to lust after material things, or to lust after one another. But they find it very difficult to lust after what is right and correct. You know what I mean? To seek it diligently. You know what I mean? They don't mind putting great effort into extracting diamond from the earth. You know what I mean? And then after they extract the diamond, they drool over the piece of rock. You know what I mean? They get some other human being who is some expert at shaping rock. Like how they shape the rock. And then some other human beings are there drooling over the beauty of this diamond, or this piece of gold, or this piece of ruby. You know what I mean? That is not to take away the beauty from diamond or gold, you know. Because truly it was God who created diamond and gold, and if it wasn't beautiful, why would God want to create these things? But they are beautiful. They don't value anything. You know, beauty is not a value. You say you put in a price on beauty. So yes, diamond and gold are excellent stones. You know what I mean? But they are just stones. You know what I mean? They have no value in themselves apart from the way that they look. You understand? So why you would want to go and store all this diamond up, and it's a whole scenario where they say, I think it's a biblical term, why gain the world and lose your soul? You know what I mean? So you have human being behaving in a way that it is not normal anyway. And these are the type of human who behave this way, who I think get caught by what I would call believing. The believing side of religion. Coming back to religion again. And hear me clear. I think I'm going to quote the word of one of the great masters that they say, Jesus. Yeah? They say Jesus said that in my Father's house there is many mansions. Well, that is true. In your house there is many mansions. But I am free to go in any of God's mansion, you understand? So, all these religions that you see on the earth is God's mansion. So I can go in any of the mansions of God. You see what I mean? Because I'm free. The truth go anywhere. So I can teach anyone, no matter what religion they are from. So I am here now in this reasoning to advise people that, like everything else in life, religion is a positive and a negative. So it carries an inner and an outer. Yeah? Because I come from Jamaica, I like to use like a coconut. Yeah? When you first see a coconut, you do not see the juice within the coconut. You see the farm of the coconut. And then the coconut, there's a time when it's going to reach maturity. Yeah? So when you reach maturity now, you now have to develop another understanding that you have to remove the outer farm of the coconut to get to the juice. And this cannot be done gently, you have to do it violently. In Jamaica we use a machete, you know, and chop it. Woof, woof. Just hucks it off, you see what I mean? So religion is like that. It have an outer farm and an inner farm. Now, naturally, because it's have an outer farm and an inner, you are going to encounter the outer farm first. When you're born into the world, you'll see people going to church, to mass, to temples. That's what you're going to draw to. That's what you're going to be drawn to first. But that is the outer farm. And like I tell you, the outer farm have to be removed, and it have to be removed violently. Now, I am not saying that you should go to any temple and churches and mass and attack these places violently. You know what I mean? This violence that you're going to attack them with is going to be a violence of the mind. In other words, then, you're not going to believe anything that a believer tell you. You understand? So, if a believer tell you that God say this, we not believe in the believer, because these believers have to be removed. You understand? If you don't determinedly remove these believers, and if you tell me, if you slip up once and believe anything that they tell you, you are going to end up being a believer yourself. And you are now going to become part of the negative that is obscuring the positive within. You understand? So, nothing that a believer say. In other words, you don't listen to the priest or the imam, you know, or the prophets, or you don't listen to anything that is being said outwardly by anyone. You know what I mean? You have to totally rely on your inward, they like to call your intuition then. But I just like to say, all right, you have to rely on the guidance of Jah. You understand? Fully. Not half-heartedly. So that means, all right, I'm going to explain a scenario now as we're talking this. I'm going to show you what I mean. And about how things are dual. Now, I'm going to tell you about the virgin birth. That's another big controversy on the planet. The virgin birth. Yeah. The virgin birth is true. Yeah. It is not lie. The virgin birth is true. And you can all achieve the virgin birth. I am going to show you that not only a female can give birth, but also a male. Yeah. Now, let's look at the birth process. When I say the virgin birth, no, don't get me wrong. Every human being who cometh on this earth come here because of sexual play between mother and father. There is no other way of coming. Well, in these modern days, they don't have to actually have sex marriage. They can remove the sperm from the man and do some things, you know. But nevertheless, the sperm of the man have to come into play with the egg of the woman, because it's a law. There is no other way, you know what I mean? So yes, in these times, you could say, literally say, a virgin could give birth, but not without the sperm of a man, though. You understand? Otherwise, no virgin birth will be going on. Now, so we know that that form of virgin birth is impossible. You know what I mean? So like when the believer tell me that, oh, Jesus was born of a virgin birth, you know what I mean? The Holy Spirit impregnate Mary. No, obviously I can't believe anything a believer tell me. So straight away, because I'm a madman, you know, I'll tell this man, that's rubbish. Nothing can't go like that. So I will remove such nonsense from out of my mind. But having removed that, it does not mean now that I am throwing away the idea of the virgin birth. You understand what I mean? Because everything is in life is in and out. So after when we examine the outer virgin birth theory, we must now look at the inner virgin birth and see if such a process is correct and can be achieved. Because you don't know a bad boy soldier. We don't deal with, you know, fancies. We deal with reality. I should not say we. I deal with reality. Because I have not got a group. I should not be using this word we. I should say I. I deal with reality. So because I deal with reality, then I will explain to you the process of how one can achieve this virgin birth. A birth that happened without any sexual liaison between a male and a female. Like I'm saying, even the male can achieve this virgin birth. And even the female can have this virgin birth. So like we say, the first birth can never be virgin, as in the term that we are looking at virgin, of being born without any sex. That cannot go on in the first stage. But there is another stage in life. Because we are continually moving to birth. So the next birth after coming out of our mother is where the virgin birth can be achieved. Now this is how the virgin birth is literally achieved after you have slaughtered the ego. Yeah, after you have slaughtered the ego. So before we just say after you slaughter the ego, you achieve this virgin birth, yeah? After when you was born innocent as a baby, and after when they pour their teachings down into you, and you grow, by the time you reach a certain age now, what we call ego is firmly in control of you. You understand? Without you even realizing this. But if you realize at some time when God give you the calling, or you realize that it is not you who is in charge, but it is the ego. So you set about now removing the ego from out of his place. Now, if you are successful in this work, what will happen? Whoops, you will produce a new being within yourself. Understand? It's like that personality that used to live within you will live no more. Now, this new personality that you bring forth within yourself come about not because of sex with an individual. You understand? Between mother and father. Yeah. This is the real virgin birth. But to achieve it, one have to be self-disciplined or follow a simple policy they have here in England. Honesty is the best of policy. Yeah. So if you want to achieve the virgin birth, which, like I tell you, any human being can achieve the virgin birth. You know what I mean? All you have to do is self-discipline, to be honest, to be resolute in your pursuit of what is right and correct. You understand? You have to love truth, like I tell people, like with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul. And then some people say you have a thing around, you call it your aura. You love it, you love the right, what's right with all your aura as well. You see what I mean? So then I would say that your heart would, your mind, whatever you want to call it, will be pulsating like enough energy like at the center of a nuclear weapon. You know what I mean? That's what you have to do to achieve the virgin birth. And if you ever watch the birth process, I have seen a movie of the birth process when the sperm of the man leave and is enter into the womb of the woman. There's actually millions of sperm going towards the egg, but only the one that is more determined reaches the egg. You understand? So in life, it's just the same way. There's many souls, you see, striving towards the virgin birth, but only a few of them manage to penetrate, you understand, and enter the egg and produce the virgin birth. It's only the most, I would say, in the case where we're talking from at the 9th degree, only the fiercest of bad boy soldier walk those kind of roads. You know what I mean? You have to be, like I say, a fierce God soldier to penetrate into those depths. You understand? Because these depths, like I'm telling you now, are not coming from the regions of the mind. These are coming from the regions of the spirit. You understand? So these teachings, like I tell you, are beyond the regions of the mind. And you know how fantastic the mind is. Yeah, but still, this would be like how the sun giveth light to the moon. Understand? It is not the mind who is giving light to the spirit. It is not the mind that is giving light to the one that is within. The one that is within is the one who giveth light to the mind. And this one is way beyond the regions of the mind. So this teaching, like I'm telling you, is not coming from the regions of the mind, but from beyond the regions of the mind. You understand? That's why I tell people that I'm a bad boy soldier. Not because I want to boast, because I will repeat over 1,000,000 times. You cannot boast in God. Because if you are a boaster, you wouldn't know anything. That's because God is reading the heart. God see your intention, your desire, your wishes, your hope. So if they are not correct, you know, if your desires or your intention are not what would say on cue, you see me? Then you cannot delve into the secret of the terrible and dreadful overlord himself, Rastafari. You see what I mean? And I like to repeat these things, because when you first tell people something, right, it's so amazing that they find it hard to take it in, what you are telling them. Because I have been telling these things to people in Oldham a long time, and they are of the opinion, well, they used to be. Nowadays, because the situation is getting dread on the earth, they're not so quick to say that. But in the time in the 80s when I was telling them, they was quick to say that I was a madman. Plus, like I tell you, have you ever read of a master? I am not saying I'm a master, you know. But I'm just saying, have you ever read of a master, or a Jesus, or a Buddha, or any being who has ever report the matter to you that they have seen the terrible and dreadful one? Well, I have searched out the earth, all the earth wisdom to find out, well, I have met no one who really says that, you know. But I have met other beings who know God perfectly well. But they never did cite the one. But I have. That's why I'm saying I have cited the terrible and dreadful overlord himself, Rastafari. So, alright, let's put the scenario this way then. This is how God operates. Because Jah himself is a magician. Yeah. That's why you have the word magic. It is Jah who creates everything. So, God is in all the beings on the planet and everywhere else in the universe. But we're just going to deal with earth beings. These earth beings. I like to call them earth beings. Yeah, earth beings. They like to call themselves all different names, Japanese, Chinese, blacks, and you know, but I just like call them earth beings. Yeah, man. These earth beings. So imagine now then that God is in all these earth beings, yeah? So God is literally talking to them daily. You understand? Saying, don't do that. Don't do this. But because of ignorance, you know, they literally ignore God and don't listen. But because God is a magician now, he can actually rise himself in another being, if you know what I mean. And this being now can come and approach you and say, can't you hear me telling you? Are you not listening to the voice that is within? So the same voice that is talking to all these beings within now, you understand? This is the voice that is speaking, come to confront them. You see me? That is the magic and power of the terrible and dreadful overlord, Rastafari. So that is why when I'm speaking, no human being, like I tell you on a high forceful level, can, I don't want to sound arrogant, you know, but that's how the truth is. But no human being can out-reason I. You'd have to be able to out-reason yourself. You see me? Because this is the true self speaking. The real deal. Because I am the soldier that have seen the terrible and dreadful one that dwell within you. And any other being who ever lives. Or is likely to live, for that matter. Yeah, so, This one here now, you don't have to bother. I hear people about aliens and, you know, aliens created us and put us here. Don't worry about aliens. You want to worry about the one that is within, because this one is within the aliens that are out there. Are the people who live and die before, you know. Like I said, this one is the there's no one beyond this one. This is the governor. You know what I mean? So literally then, even though people will not believe it, I don't care how many human beings or non-humans are in the universe. If they don't listen to what I tell them, or a man like me, I will say I tell them, because they're going to think, oh, everyone have to listen to you. Because I'm not the only one speaking truth. I might be the only one who can speak it to this depth, but not the only one speaking it, so I'm not the only teacher. But I'm saying, if you don't listen to those beings whose eyes are open and are trying to tell you to cease from the negative to the positive, all you're doing, you're just going to end up in some dark place. You understand? Because you cannot defeat the law of God, you know. I keep repeating it. This law that you have here is not law. It is you are in anarchy against the law. And you're proud of it as well, you know. You have law expert in how to be in anarchy against natural law, the law of God. There is only one law in the universe. Even these outside scientists should be able to see that everything is governed by law. The whole universe is one big law. You understand? And I am a law man. Just like how I tell you before that, just like how the police is like say God like to mimic what humans do then, you know, imitate them. So when God see that they set up a police force, he set up one as well. So I am a police officer from God. You see what I mean? If you don't like the police officer type and you like the soldier type, well, I am a soldier from God. And I don't fight wars and lose them. I can't lose any war that I fight. Trust me. Anywhere you see me, a man like a spirit then like me appear in the universe, you know that we don't fight battle to lose. You understand? And we don't pick arms up. We never fight any battle with any arms and interfere with anybody trying to beat them up, and we don't try and force anyone to love God and do anything at all like that. We don't do anything. It's entirely up to you what you want to do. You know, we are just here to speak the truth of what is. So you will find a soldier like I and I then. I am not interested in history. History, this is how simple we put history now. When I enter this room, the light switch was already working so that we could see what was happening in this room. Now I am using this light to do what I am doing. I do not go and investigate who set the light up and the reason why and when the light was set up. Because why would I want to do that? The light is already working. So you have some beings, when they come to earth now, things is already working, life is already going on. But they are not satisfied with that. They want to explain to you now when God start this thing. You know, similar to when the man set up the wire. So they can spend all their lifetime trying to find out something that they can never find out, while ignoring the immediate now. Understand? Because you have to be living in the now. You are worried about when God do this and why God do that. That is God's business. Why God do them things them time, and you know. You are only supposed to concentrate on what you are doing now. In your how you are living. Are you living selfishly, greedily? You know? Are you one of them people who are voting for the government? And then when you see soldiers go and kill people, abroad. You are the same one who vote for them, go on the street and protest against them that they shouldn't be doing it. But you give them the authority by voting. You know what I mean, Marius?